Mishlei Perek Yud Zayin, Pasuk Daled. Mera makshiv al sefat aven sheker. An evildoer, he pays attention to sin, to lies. Mezin al leshon havot. And he puts his ear, mezin from the lashon ozen, to twisted words. Unfortunately, the evildoer is trying to follow the bad ways, to continue his bad ways, to learn ways that are sly, and listening in, says the Gaon of Vilna, is to things of secrets of how to do bad things. And the lesson here is we have to look at ourselves. What do we pay attention to? If we're paying attention to them, means we want to be like that. We want to. So, like, what are we watching? What are we doing in our spare time? What are we paying attention to? So the evildoer pays attention to more evil, to more sin, to see how he could be more in that world. So we have to look at ourselves as well and see what are we paying attention to. The next pasuk, lo'eg larash. These are big words in halacha. I'll explain in a moment. Lo'eg larash, if God forbid a person makes fun of the poor person. There's many words to describe a poor person. Ani, adal, a rash, and a evion. So each one has a different meaning. I'm not going to go through all of them now, but a rash says, Reshin, says the Gaon of Vilna, is someone that was born poor from the beginning. So if a person makes fun of such a person, cheref oseu, you're cursing the one that created him. You're cursing God. You're making fun of Hashem, God forbid. Sameach le'ed, if you are happy about calamities, you're happy about badness, and the Gaon of Vilna explains here, you're happy, God forbid, if someone goes down from wealth to poverty, goes down in any type of situation, lo yinakeh, you won't be clean from such a sin of being happy at people's downfall. So number one is what I mentioned with regards to halacha, from these words of Shlomo Hamalch, there's a halacha not making fun of the poor, is actually in comparison to, God forbid, when a person passes away, so now they can't do mitzvot anymore. So you're not supposed to show off mitzvot in front of a dead body or in front of a cemetery, because then it looks like you're making fun of the person that are buried there, that they can't do it anymore. This is the source for, say, a person has his tzitzit out, you have to tuck your tzitzit inside when you go to a cemetery, so that you're walking within 4 amot of the graves, and in a certain way, you're not doing it on purpose, but they're jealous, they can't do the mitzvot anymore, and God forbid, you don't want it to be like, oh look, I could still do mitzvot, I'm alive, and you can't. So there's that type of thing there with regard to the cemetery, and in general, in halacha, not to make fun of the poor, but even someone who's poor in mitzvot. And strong words here, lo yanakeh, one won't be cleaned from such a sin. The Gaon of Vilna points out that cheref osehu is you're cursed. It's like as if you're cursing God if you make fun of the poor, the person that was poor from the beginning. But a person that went down, it's lo yanakeh, you're not going to be clean. But it's not like you're cursing God. And the difference, he says, is that when a person was born that way, that was his mazal, that was the way he was born, that's the way Hashem wanted it to be. If a person went down, usually he went down because of his own sins. The person that went down because of his own sins. Now, you don't have the right to make fun of him, and that's why it's lo yanakeh. It's not going to be, your sin is not going to be cleaned if you make fun of such a person, you put him down even more, etc. But it's not like you're cursing his creator, because in a certain way, the person that went down also created his own downfall. And to end, he says this also is compared to Torah, that a person should never make fun of someone who doesn't have any Torah. He was born that way, he was born into that family, and so you're going to make fun of him for that? Try to help him out, try to help him do teshuvah, try to help him get on the right path to learn. But also, if a person went down in his Torah, he was on a higher level, now he went down, or if a Talmid Chacham forgot his learning, now you're going to make fun, that's also lo yanakeh. B'ezrat Hashem, may we help those that are below us, help them rise up, God willing. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen. Ve'amen. Rabbi Chananya ben Akashya אמר רצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לזכות את ישראל, לפיכך יבוא עליהם תורה ומצוות שנאמר, אדוני חפץ למען צדקו יגדיל תורה וידיר.